G'day everyone, welcome to my channel. I am starting off the 100-day project, and I've mentioned it in a couple of earlier videos that I was thinking of doing it. I'm not going to be able to do every day for 100 days, but I'm going to try, fairly consistently to upload something a few days a week. And I don't want to give myself the whole, you have to do it every day for 100 days, because that just doesn't work with my life. But I thought I'd start off because I downloaded from Margarete Miller her Collage Weekly Assignments, Volume 3. And I thought this might be a good place to start. Collage is not something I'm, experienced at. And I thought, well, it might be something, it gives me something. I enjoyed the ephemera prompts, makes you kind of think and all of that kind of stuff. So I thought, well, I may as well start off by doing this. And so week 1 is any kind of transportation, a library card, a zoo animal, your handwriting, that's the worst part, stained paper, and the bonus is a sticker. So I'm like, well, let's do that and start. So I went and raided the closet and found an old visual arts diary, and I went, well, that's perfect. So that's kind of what I'm going to go for. You can tell it's old. Look, it's been watermarked and whatever else. I wouldn't even know how long it's been in the cupboard for. So I'm going to work in this and kind of see where it goes from there. And I'm like, so bear with me, because I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing. So the first thing I did was, I'm lucky enough, I work at a school, and I was cleaning up a art supply room, and there was a whole bunch of disused textbooks, and so they were destined for, recycling and such forth. But before they went, I ripped out all of the library cards from the back because, why wouldn't you? And the orange one on this fly paper is perfect for kind of where we're going to go with today's. So I've got that, and I suppose I should, I don't know. I don't know how this kind of thing works, but I'm like, well, maybe I should just kind of start with it. I want to leave it on here, but obviously I don't want such a big amount of paper at the end. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna tear along. So I'm like, yep. So don't be coming here thinking I'm an expert at this collage thing, because I certainly am not. I'm a newbie to this kind of thing, and I'm like, well, let's just go with it. I don't think I want it quite so far out on the side either. So let's just tear a little bit of that off. Okay, I've got stained paper. So this is leftover bits from what I'm doing. Oh, look, there's some of my handwriting. I did have another idea, but I didn't realise my handwriting was on there. Obviously doing some spine measurements. So I'm like, well, let's just put a bit of this in as well. And we'll start seeing kind of what goes, what happens. So we got a bit of this. Look at that. I cheated without even realising I was cheating. I've got some leftover, just, safari kind of papers from some things I've done. I don't know, who knows. But I was like, this is what I kind of like about it, because my goal for this year is to use what I've got. Is what I'm really aiming to try and do, is to use the things that I already have and actually, instead of hoarding it all like it's, some kind of special thing, when it's just, reality is it's just paper. I'm like, well, perhaps I can actually use some of this up and go with it from there. So, a little bit of that. Down here. so I'm going to put those corner bits down. I'm going to commit to that just so we can kind of get started with something, I guess. Or I guess. Alright. Good old yellow pages for my glue book. I'm like, why do they even still deliver this every year? But, you know, it's like, okay. At least it's not just getting thrown out like it used to. Is that one? What have we got here? Pat's cleansing services. Oh, okay. Liquid waste. Oh, this is a great page to turn up to. The suck truck. Gotta love Aussianism. That so works. The suck truck. Septic tank cleaning. Love it. That. So I guess it's going to be, how thick will this book get? And can I actually commit to 52 weeks of this? I have commitment issues, so I won't say yes or no. Alright, so with that, okay, come back with a bit of this, is there. Now, ooh, that's nice and golden. Oh, I like that. I thought I was going to use that side, but I like this side. It's got goldy bits on it. Some more bits of stained paper. This is from when I am doing lots of ephemera, bits of mess. I can tell you that. All right. What else have I got here? Oh, wait up. I need to put my handwriting in. Let's not forget that. We could put that down kind of here, maybe. And I want to add some African tribal patterns. I think that would look nice along here. Put some of that. So, how is everyone doing in the new year? It's been a quiet start to 2023, which is always good. I prefer quiet. Better than being everywhere. Got that. So these are just all offcuts. I made a album using the Stamperia Savannah paper. And these are all just kind of like scrap bits, which is kind of what I was going for. It's like, let's use up some things that got laying around, and kind of use what we've got. To come together? I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone know? Is anyone out there? Alright. How's that? It's kind of just looking like on a thing, but we can have hopes that it might come together. Hey. Alrighty. really enjoyed doing that Savannah album. It was a lot of fun. The papers are phenomenal. All of Stamperia papers are phenomenal. That's the reality of that. Um, they're just fantastic. Oh, yeah, you sit there and but the only problem is you're like, which side do I use? I want to use it all. Here's my little dodgy piece of handwriting. And all I've got in the back of my head is life's the rains down in Africa. Because, you know, that's how my brain works. Alright, so we got that. Put that piece in amongst there. That. Let's put that one over there. It's difficult trying to get that whole balance thing of making it look purposeful instead of I've just thrown paper on a page, which is pretty much what I'm doing. But I kind of want it to have a purposeful look about it. And not completely look like just random bits of paper on a page. Alright, so that. Still got some more of this. So may as well use it up. Use it up, that's my motto. I want to use it all up. So I'm just trying to tear some pieces. It's so funny going between this kind of stuff and like junk journaling and then my album making, because my album making is all about very precise straight lines and tidiness. And then we come to things like this and it's just like, just tear it. It's kind of freeing. Where you just go, oh yeah, torn edges just look better. So do that. It's like, okay. Getting there with that. Now, another thing was transportation. So I went through and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But then I found this one, which is kind of cool, which is the helicopter from, I don't know, Greatest Inventions of the World or some kind of vintage book that I've got. But it's got Leonardo sketches in there and anything Leonardo, and I'm like, yeah. As a scientist and an artist, he is, you know, goals. And to have been in his mind would have been something incredible. But my mind's messed up. I can only imagine what his is like. And then we might as well use Cornu's helicopter. As well. Because I kind of figured, you know, safari and things like that, they do a lot of helicopter flights and things like that. Thankfully, nowadays, hunting safari is less of a thing, which I am forever thankful for, because I don't like the idea of hunting animals. that being said, I get it when they're, you know, a pest. Like here in Australia, they do hunt animals like wild boar and all of that kind of stuff because they are a pest to our native animals and our native fauna and so forth and flora. So it's I I you know, I understand it in that regard, but I'm not for sport. Not so much. I'm kind of like of the opinion that hunting for sport is probably, you know, seen its day. Here in Australia, that's why we have to hunt things like boar and all of that kind of stuff, because they were brought over in the early days of the colonisation, and it has destroyed our natural habitats and so forth. Alright, so I've got that kind of, I'm going to take that out for now because I don't want it to get ruined with some ideas that I have, but the rest can go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get out the gesso, if I can find the gesso. Where did I put the gesso? There's the gesso. Right, some gesso. Oh, I've got to be able to open the gesso. And now I've got paint all over my hands. Normal day for me. Okay, so I'm going to get some stencils out. I've got this one here by Stamperia, which is came as part of the Savannah collection, which is the zebra patterning. So I'm going to hold it down and let's see if I can create some really bad stenciling on this. I would normally use texture paste, but I don't want to because it'll take forever to dry. And I don't want to be doing this for days. It's probably getting the palette knife on top of the stencil would mean that I'll probably get a better pattern. But, yeah, no, we can't expect perfection. I don't think this challenge is about perfection. I think it's just about having a bit of fun. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So we've got that. And then we might come down and do some over here. So is anyone else doing this? Is that what's brought you to this video? And if you are new here, hey, I live in Australia. I live in Queensland, Australia, and thanks for stopping by. Please consider hitting the subscribe button on your way out. That would be awesome. Awesome sauce. That where to put this so that I can wash it in a second. And then I've got this kind of little stencil, I don't know, some random stencil that kind of just looks, you know, a bit like tribal markings, tribal pattern, so I reckon throw a bit of this on too. Why not? This is the only problem. These books are not made for someone that's left-handed. These ring spiral bound books. Only the lefties would get this. I used to, when I used to write in notebooks, I would work from the back, Japanese style, so that I could not get caught up on all of the ring binding and so forth. Alright, good that one. And then I'm going to just take my palette knife and kind of blur the edges of this pattern. Like so. Alright, I'm going to let that dry and like clean my stencils. And for you, it'll be in a blink of an eye. For me, just a little bit longer, and then I'll be back. Alrighty, so we're back. It's dried, and I'm going to. I've got a thing that I've made here with some distress oxide re-inkers. I think it's got walnut stain and vintage photo in it, and some water. And I'm just going to probably be smart, put down some paper, and I'll come back. There you go. Look at that. All fresh new paper that will quickly get stained. So I'm just going to spray a little bit of this just to get some colour running, and start to kind of bring it into some cohesiveness, I think. I don't know. Like I said, I still don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just pretending. Alrighty, so we got that. Going to give that a quick dry. I will pause it while I do that before we come back to the next stage. Okay, so I've dried that, and I'm going to come in with some paints and see if we can just add something to it. So I've got Brick Red from Stamperia. And good old palette knife. I'm just going to start playing. Hopefully it doesn't look like a disaster at the end. Might need a little bit more. Just trying to get, you know, kind of the African kind of colours into it in some way. So with that colour, and then I'm going to bring in, this one is Cappuccino. Kind of fun. You're just kind of just playing and can't see too much of the helicopter left, but you know it's there. You saw it. Africa is on my bucket list. I would love to get there at some point. Would be phenomenal. To just go witness, you know, the birthplace of evolution and all of that kind of stuff. The science in Africa is just phenomenal. Alright, so we got that. Wiping off my plate. Alright. Kind of there. Going to quickly dry this again, and then I'll be back. Okay, so let's start thinking about adding some focal points to this. So I think we've got I've got a little cheetah cut out here, and some other little bits and pieces that I've pulled on out that I think could be used. Put that kind of here. Oh gosh, everything's going everywhere. Cheetah can go down there. Right. Around and let's have a look at what else I've got. I need something up there to kind of balance out, obviously having things down here. I like that, but it needs something. So let's go into the goodies. Pulling out from a little pile of bits of scrap material from different things. A bit of that. Another little piece bits of that as well. I think we'll give it some kind of grounding. There we go. Right, and a little bit of pattern paper. So if I'm going to go that. Kind of like a flower out of fabric, out of scraps. Alrighty, that one there. And we're going to put the library card back into the pocket. I'm gonna. No, I kind of like the handwriting there. And then I'm going to. We still need stickers. Got this packet of sticker things that I got from the cheap shop. And I reckon I'm going to get rid of the foam backing. I don't want that. That there. I wonder if that student was wild. It was wild. Alrighty, and because it's been in my head since we started this, we're going to do the handwriting. Let's go. I bless the rains down in Africa. And we'll put Toto down there. Alright, so we've got my dodgy handwriting there. I'll put foam backing. Blah. There. So we've got the sticker components, but I think I'm going to add a little bit more because I think it just needs something else to tie it in. And I'm going to take this one and let's go for scenic. Combination of natural views. Okay, so kind of think we got that. Now, some splatters because we can and we should. Right, that and that. splatters. Let's go for... So I always have just over to the side, I've got my little splatter mixes of black, white, and gold. So there we go, we've got black. The mission is to always open them without getting it all over me. And everything else. Righty. And then lastly, some gold. There, and the last little thing is to make sure that the cheetah isn't flying. We're going to give him a quick little grounding. It's just a water brush, water colour pencil. And there we go. Alright, so now I think I can call it. It ended up just looking like a whole pile of on a page. But I think I've ticked off all of the prompts, so let's have a look. Let's see, we've got a mode of transportation. It's in there. You can still see it if you look closely. A library card, a zoo animal, my horrible handwriting twice, stained paper, and a bonus was a sticker, which I have got. So what I'm going to do quickly, while I've got it out there, because I want to add these things to this, so I'm going to make a hidden paper clip. Why not? Okay. I can go with there. Tear off this and because I made it too small, which I tend to do. We got that. Now I need a paper clip. Of course I do. So I have one here. I do. You will do. Alrighty. I'm going to put this in here like that. And we're going to come up over there with this one. Make sure there's lots of glue around this guy. Alright, so there we go. So we've got that. That will kind of go onto it, but don't do that yet because it hasn't dried. But to give you a bit of an idea of... wait up, don't think there's any spots there. So you can kind of go there like that. And that is my very first Margarete Miller collage challenge. Don't judge too hard, please. If you've stuck it out to the end, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Let me know. Let me know if you what you think of it, and I will leave it there, and I will see you for day number 2 of the 100-day project, and yeah, and next week for another one of these. Hopefully maybe not quite so on a page, but we're done. All right, thank you very much. As always, remember, be kind, be strong, be a warrior, and I'll see you later. Bye.